What's going on, beautiful people? Hope you're all doing well, man. Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another So-So production, dudes. It's February 24th, 2021, man. Hope you're all doing well. We're halfway through the week, and it's one of those weeks where I'm just always, as per usual, dude, I'm striving for the weekend. I'm looking forward to the weekend, dog. You know what, you guys? I'm going to be honest with you, man. I went out the other day, yesterday to... my car was parked outside, right, and it was buried in snow. I had to dig it out, and yeah, man, I spent some time digging and got a headache, dude. Got a little bit of a headache just because the temperatures are now rising. It's, we went from negative 15 and today's like we're sitting at 3 degrees, So it's just, when the temperature shifts, get a little bit of that seasonal headache, but that's expected coming, in spring. It doesn't happen too often. I'll just get like a headache or two here and there, but that's what I feel like first I thought I caught something. I'm like, did I catch a cold? But no, that's not it. It's just a little bit of my back of my head hurts a little teeny tiny bit, but we're all good, man. We're going to just take it easy, relax, and I'm going to take some time on Sunday to just unwind, man. I've been consistently, and that's what I think I need to do. I need to, take a little bit of time to relax a little bit. I work out regularly every day in the morning, and I think I need a rest day. I think I'll dedicate Sundays to just not doing anything, because normally Monday to Saturday I'm constantly working, and it's just like, man, we're always like all of us, we're always under that pressure, right? Whether it's self-inflicted or societal. Bear with me a few seconds, you guys. I forgot to turn on the lights behind me. Give me a quick sec. Right, there it is, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Yeah, man, it's in every realm that you're in, all of us, we need to find that work-life balance. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. We all need to have some sort of balance. And yeah, man, I'm happy that I've been consistently coming in every week. Before joining Patreon, it was 3 times a week. Now it's going to be 4 times a week. So I do, and mind you, in between that, it's always like thinking of other things to add to the show, writing material or like doing research, this, that, and the other. So I'm constantly like keeping busy, and I like that. I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. I love that. But you need a little bit of time just to yourself, each and every one of us, just to rejuvenate the batteries, come in with more energy, and yeah, man, rock and roll, baby. It's all about that pace. And again, this is a slow burn. Thank you for coming along the ride, dudes and gals, dudettes. We're going to keep burning it, baby, nice and slow, and we're going to keep going until the wheels come off. So thank you for all the love and support. If you like these videos, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and on YouTube, and now you can click on that link below my name, and it'll take you to my Patreon page. If you want to support your boy, there's 3 special tiers, and we're going to constantly add to it and make it better. Go ahead, introduce yourself to that page, and familiarize yourself, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling, baby. And today's just going to be loosey-goosey, nothing in particular, you guys. To be honest with you, nothing in particular. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about things that's on my mind. We'll talk about love. We'll talk about love, love, love. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me, Man, but before I get to that, you guys, I want to share another story before I even, I had a weird encounter on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, on Sunday I had a weird encounter, and your boy's like that. I have a ton of weird encounters all the time, dude. Peeps just come up to me, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I put off that energy, and I attract all sorts of people, and I like it. I'm not complaining about it, and I'll give people the time if they're nice, and if they're not being intrusive, I'll listen to what you gotta say, I'll hear people out, we'll have a conversation, and this doesn't happen too often, but it does happen, dude. Where random folks and I just, run up to each other in the street and start talking or something. I don't know what happened. It was a weird encounter. I'm just gonna say it like it happened, and you guys make sense of it. We'll try to make sense of it together, you guys. Because I'm still trying to, unpack that weird into. I don't know what kind of vibe it is, dude. I don't know. I attract some because maybe crazy recognize crazy, maybe. I don't know. And I'm using that term loosely. I don't mean like cray-cray, but like, fun cray. Or, I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what it is. But it was Sunday morning. I was about to go do my grocery shopping. I, get up, do my routine, shower, do my little exercises, get out, and I'm about to make a left turn out of my apartment complex onto the street and head up north to my local grocery store. And then there's constantly people walking on the sidewalk, right? There's people walking on the sidewalk, there's people crawling on the sidewalk, there's people idling on the sidewalk, there's people soliciting on the sidewalk, there's all sorts of people doing all sorts of things on the sidewalk, right? So I'm just about to make that turn. As you normally turn, you make the turn. And I'm about to do it, but this guy's like, he's walking towards me now, and he like interrupts me, and he's like, "Do you have a second, or do you have a moment?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got all the moments. I'm all about the moments. I got moments. What you need? What you got?" It's like, let's and he just like kind of like guided me towards the side. It was weird, dude. We just like kind of like parted. Like he was standing on one side of the sidewalk now, and I was standing on the other side, and there was enough room for people to walk in between us. And he started rambling on. He started chatting away. And he's like, "Have you heard of Gulliver's story, dude? Gulliver's adventures?" And I'm like, "Yeah, stranger, sure I have. I mean, it's been a long time. Refresh my memory a little bit. Fuzzy, but I kind of remember the gist of it. I remember a giant being tied down by little dudes. And yeah, man, I forget what happens. He like unleashed himself or something. But that's what I remember from Gulliver's Travels. Was it even Gulliver's Travels or Gulliver's Adventures or Gulliver's Stories? Who knows? The G stories." He starts going into it. He's like, yeah, so you're familiar with the concept? I'm like, yes, I'm familiar with the concept. I know what it is. But he's like, do you know what it stands for metaphorically? And here's the thing, you guys. Like, what? I'm just like, at this point, first of all, I'm just like, I assessed the dude. He didn't look like, he didn't look like he's insane or anything. He didn't look homeless, and even if he did, if he wanted to like have a conversation, I'd still give him the chance to speak his mind. And yeah, but I wonder it's so weird, because I don't know if you guys have ever had moments like this, if you've opened yourself up to just people like coming up to you, or just having moments of interactions that you normally not have. It's weird. It's like moments of like, I don't know if you want to call it like synchronicity. Synchronicity. Yeah. When like things are synchronized somehow in the universe, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, you guys. I'll just tell you the story, and you guys maybe can help me unpack what happened. So he starts going off into Gulliver's Adventures, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I know that. He's like, but do you know what it stands for metaphorically? I'm like, no. He's like, basically, Gulliver was like an intellectual, and at one point, there were two nations or two kingdoms like fighting or something, and then there was a fire going on, and they were just wondering how to get rid of this massive fire. And Gulliver, being a giant, by simply like getting up and like pissing on the fire, he put out the fire. Now mind you, the peeps were happy that he put out the fire, but they weren't quite happy about the fact that he was pissing on them. And at that point, I'm like, and he's like, do you know what I'm trying to say? And I try to make sense of it as best as I can, dude. And I'll leave that story verbatim for you guys. Like, what do you guys think of that story? Like, I'm not making that up, dude. That happened. A dude approached me and said that to me on the streets, and I thanked him for the information that I had to digest for the rest of the day and the weekend, and I carried on my day. And you're like, Rob, this is why you shouldn't stop and have conversations with strangers. And I'm like, no, dude, this is where you should stop and have conversations with strangers, because everybody's got a story to tell, and you can learn from everybody, dude. So he didn't look insane. He didn't look weird. The story was kind of, I have no idea why he wanted to share that story with me. I still really don't know what he was trying to say, but maybe I'll run into him again. Maybe he can clarify. I don't know. But hopefully everybody's, that's the thing. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, dude. I'm the glass half full kind of dude, and sure, if you felt like you needed to share Gulliver's Adventures and what it meant metaphorically, who am I to say no? You go on, Tiger. You ramble on. That was Sunday. That was Sunday, and yeah, man, what do you guys think of that story? Why would, like, man, I've had total strangers come up to me and share the randomest stories, you guys, but I don't know what it is. Maybe people feel comfortable around me, which is nice, good. I think that's a good thing. At one point, though, like initially when he started going off into, I was just kind of like, am I on punked or something? Am I getting like, is this a prank? I'm like kind of like trying to maintain a cool and level-headed spirit about me as I'm just dealing with this dude, but had to look around a couple of seconds just to make sure everything's a-okay, and everything was a-okay. He gave me the message, and boom, off he goes, like a little messenger bird, if you will. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he's a neighbor. I don't know. Never seen the man before. Weird times. But that's what I do, man. I go and I live my day on, I live my day one day at a time. Try to live in the moment is what I'm trying to say, dude. Interactions are fun. See, if I hadn't stopped and if I didn't give him the chance, I would not have had that story. Sure, some of it doesn't make sense, but that's the beauty of it, man. It's, you make of it what you will. It's a story. I don't know what the intention of the dude was, and I don't know what it really meant metaphorically. I'm still trying to unwrap it, but who knows? Good stuff. Man. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Let's talk about love, you guys. I wanted to talk about love a little bit. It's, I'm learning, you guys. I'm learning every day. Like you guys, we're all learning every day. I'm learning right now that you can potentially have different forms of love, which is nice. Because, like, previously when I was my younger self, I guess my definition of love was very, like, it was very exclusive, and it was like if I ever used that term when I was younger, I only meant it for like one person, or like just it was very just like limited in that sense. Now that I'm aging and growing a little bit, I'm learning that maybe you can expand your horizon and like you can love a little bit, more freely. It doesn't have to come with I think a lot of times we give that word a little bit too much power, and like it's especially in like intimate relationships. Like if you ever drop the L word, it, like for some people, like for me in the past anyway, it meant a lot. I'm like, oh, if you say it, or if I say it, now it means a lot. Now it means that we're like, there's specific set of things that come with that word. Maybe and to each their own. Everybody's different. That was my mentality, right? I'm like, okay, if you say you love somebody, that means then you're committed to them. If you love somebody, you should. I don't know. For me, it's like as if they become a part of you. You know what I mean? So you would never put them second. You would put their needs first, or I don't know. It's weird. I'm learning, you guys. But now I'm like maybe, having a few relationships under my belt in the past, and from all of them I've learned. I have only, and I take the good things, dude. I'm so appreciative of life, and I'm so appreciative of everybody that I've met in my life and all the relationships that I've had in the past. I think it's given me a lot of skills, a lot of tools, how to deal with myself. And like every time we enter a relationship, we're learning about somebody else. We're learning about our own new self that's being formed and developed. And I'm learning that I could potentially love with less exclusivity, if that makes sense. It could be used in a broader sense, and it doesn't have to mean that like I'm learning that there's not gonna have to be a sense of like ownership attached to that love, if that makes any sense. That I could love somebody and let them be free and have them go live their life however they like, and they'd be willing to do the same for me, I guess. I don't know what it is. I'm just trying to unpack a little bit of what I'm going through right now, and it's all new for me, and maybe some of you guys can relate to that. Maybe you guys have entered new relationships. Maybe you guys have tried different sorts of relationships. I mean, I've talked about this before, you guys. I've always only dabbled in, I guess, quote unquote, if we want to label it, like monogamous relationships. I've never had any alternatives, like non-monogamy, polygamy and what have you. Right now, mind you, like, I am in a monogamous relationship. I'll say that just because I'm seeing this wonderful lady. She's really cool. We're understanding of each other. I think we complement each other's needs, and that's what counts. And we've been at it for some time now. I've kind of lost count, but the other day we were having a conversation. It's been like 4 months that we've been on and off, like seeing each other. Not on and off. We've been seeing each other like once a week. That's what I meant. Not on a. We don't have a tight schedule or anything like that, but it's just nice to have somebody you see once a week. Give each other some sort of, again, some sort of love is what that is. I think in any case, you want to spend time with somebody. You're not going to spend time with somebody you don't like or enjoy their company, right? So the thing that we got to talking last night, and it's just like, we were like kind of digging deep into the relationship channel, and everybody does that, right? After a little while, you try to like define it or redefine it, and that's what we were doing a little bit, I guess, challenging each other's notions and perspectives, which is nice. It got a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, it got a little bit, some of the topics are difficult, right? Because you're talking about like love and emotions, and you want to always be like, or you want to always be on the same page with the person that you're in a relationship with, right? So we were just talking, and we're still figuring things out, but that's okay. And that's what I want you guys to take away from that it's okay to form relationships and meet new people and put yourself out there, essentially, because I know a lot of people even like have the fear of like letting themselves to be free and explore different forms of relationship. Now it could be monogamous, it could be polygamous, whatever you like, but I'm learning, dude. I'm learning and growing, and I wonder, the thing that I'm realizing more and more as I go along is that there is no one recipe to it. There is no one way of things working out. You know what I mean? There's no, like, sure, there are definitely, I do believe in the natural laws and what have you. I do believe in, everybody, just like, I want everybody to be happy, dude. I want everybody to be their best selves, be happy, be content, be balanced. And yeah, man, like, when you get to, like, it's, the reason why I talk about these things, I'm very appreciative, and I just want you guys to know I'm in a very happy place. I'm in a very good place. The relationship is, like, for me right now, it's working out super. I think it's working out for my lady friend too, for the most part, hopefully. That's, I'm trying my best. I know she's trying her best, and we're just, making it as we go along, listening to each other's needs and what have you. Both of us, there's definitely a need for both of us, because she's coming from a long-lasting relationship. I've always been in monogamous relationships, and I've never really had the chance. And this time around, I'm like, my main focus right now is like my work. So I don't want to have to worry about like putting anything else above my work, and that's like comedy and like writing and creating content. And I appreciate the fact that to a certain degree my girl's kind of like understanding of that. But we're constantly like having to, everybody, you have to like form new boundaries, form new ideas on what it means to be in a relationship. And that's what we're trying to do, man. Just trying to figure it out together. And it's fun, man. I'm having a blast. But I'm just putting it out there for you guys that, because we have those open talks, and I love that, because like down the line we might be open to having an open relationship. I don't know. We might not. I don't know. But I'm just saying we're at least open to having these discussions, dude. And it's that I love about it. I love that, because like I don't think I've ever been able to like freely express all my thoughts without, judgments or what have you. And like it's not anything on anybody. It's just, it's part of it is with maturing, part of it is with like aging, part of it is with like learning to know yourself and what you want out of life. And yeah, for me right now, I'm super happy. I'm super blessed to have people in my life. I'm not like, there's no way am I ever complaining about anything. But yeah, I wonder what you guys are experiencing in your daily, in this like postmodern world as a human. What do you guys think about the notions of love and like different relationships? Is like, because people, and like that's the thing, I think there's a lot of gray area, right? I don't think there is too much. I think in the past maybe we looked at it very like in black and white terms, a monogamy or the opposite, polygamy, if you will. And people will always be like, yeah, well, polygamy doesn't work. polygamy doesn't work, monogamy works. And then you look at the divorce rates, and then you're like, does monogamy work? Maybe it does for some people, maybe it doesn't for everybody. And that's not to say that polygamy is going to work for everybody, dude. You know what I mean? That's not to say that you're going to have multiple partners and you're going to be super happy and content with everything all the time, dude. That's why I think, like, inner peace and happiness is the most important thing. Everything else external is, it's kind of, I guess, open season. They say all is fair in love and war, I guess. They say stuff. But that's the thing, like, as an adult, I just want to be, like, I want to be mindful. I don't want to be ever, like, acting selfishly, but a part of that is, like, in order to own up to that, I have to keep open communication with myself, with my partner, potential partners maybe in the future, and with you guys. I want to share everything with you guys. What's the point of coming on here if I'm not going to share my most intimate thoughts and emotions? What's the point of this if we're not going to learn from each other? It's so easy to see something and judge it and be like, oh, well, you're this, that, and the other. Whatever. And if you want to judge, go ahead. I don't care. That's fine. But I'm just trying to, like, I'm living my best life. I'm having a great time every single day, dude. Mind you, I have my moments where I'm going through it like everybody, But overall, I'm very happy, man. And I've just opened myself up, I guess, in the past few years to, not having such a rigid outlook. I'm trying to not put things in boxes, and I'm trying to not put myself in a box either, if that makes any sense. And again, for everybody, it's different. Like, what I'm saying right now may only apply to me and maybe a handful of people, or maybe there's some other people that can relate to that on some other level. But relationships, any relationship, just takes a lot of time and effort and work and communication. And, you got to be giving each other space to talk and understand each other, giving each other enough rope to explain yourself, to fully put out what it is that you want, so you can actually see whether or not you can achieve it together, or whatever else that may unravel from there on. It's going to unravel, but that's the thing. It takes open communication and just being honest. And that's one of my, it's both a blessing and it's kind of been an Achilles heel of mine. I'm honest to a fault. I'm kind of like retarded in some sense. I can't hold anything back. Like, whatever's on my mind, I always say it. And whatever, man. I think it allows me to be, I feel good going to sleep at night, because I know I'm not holding anything back. I know I'm not being dishonest. I'm not, and nobody's perfect. Not to say that this is, like, the only thing that I'm trying to say is that I'm just trying to, like, live my life to the fullest and be as truthful and as honest as I can with everybody, dude, everybody. Like, and part of that is just, like, putting yourself out there and, like, exposing yourself and letting yourself be potentially hurt, and that's what I'm realizing. You may even put up your guards and, like, enter relationships and not want to, like, put too much into it, but at the end of the day, if you're, seeing somebody on a regular basis, you're going to form some sort of attachment, so you're going to have to open yourself up, and that's what I'm doing. Little by little, I'm opening myself up every day, to myself, to my friends, to my partner, to you guys. And yeah, man, in a postmodern world, what are we to expect of each other? What's I was having a discussion, like, can we expect everybody, can we expect everything from one person? Can one partner provide you with everything that you need, whether it's intellectual, whether it's sexual, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial? Can we expect that from somebody? Is that even fair to expect that from one person? Expect everything, the best sex from somebody, the best amenities from somebody, the best intellectually stimulating conversations from somebody. How do you expect something? It's like, it's and nobody's perfect. Is that even a right expectation to have? Is that the wrong expectation to have? Should we move forward? Like, that's the thing. Like, when I realized, like, my main priority in life, I've never wanted children. Like, that's never been a thought on my, if it happens later down in the future, so be it. But my concerns always be like, part of it is selfish. I gotta take care of me, because if I'm not at my best, I'm no good for anybody. That's why you can support your boy at Patreon. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm honest about it. I'm not putting on this like, yo. I'm honest about being like, and I'm a wannabe, right? I'm a wannabe storyteller, and I'm a wannabe. I can't put anything on myself, dude. I can't put any. It's got to be earned. One day I hope to be able to go on stage, and like one day I hope to call myself a comic. But I'd be a hack if I were to call myself a comic right now, dude. You know what I mean? But part of all that stuff, part of that storytelling concept, part of that engagement with people is, it's essential that you're honest. And I know I'm not going to be pleasing everybody all the time, and that's not what I'm striving for, dude. If you jive, you jive, dude. And if you don't, you don't. There's like literally that, and that's what life is all about, dude. Figuring out what you're cool with and what you're not cool with, and then surrounding yourself with that kind of stuff, that kind of energy, whatever it is. I'm learning, dude. I'm learning every day. I don't have all the answers, but I ask a ton of questions, dude. And I hope to, by asking a ton of questions, I hope to unravel the answers. Who knows what the future holds for any of us, you know what I mean? I try to live in the moment as much as I can. I don't know what's going to happen 6 months down the line. I have hopes and dreams of what I'd like to happen, but I don't know what's going to happen. I can align myself with the universe as best as I can, but who knows what's going to happen in 6 months? You know what I mean? Like, obviously we're always going to stay optimistic and hope for the best and try our best to keep it going. I know I'm going to be doing this as much as I can for as long as I can, because I enjoy this so much, and it's helped me become a better person, because I feel like now I have some sort of like, even before I was always like that. I've always been like introspective. I've always been like holding myself accountable for shit. But now this is like, I gotta like share it with everybody. And some of it was, initially it was frightening in the beginning. I'm like, holy crap, man, you're putting so much out there without any, but it's so freeing, dude. It's so freeing. And I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it. Cracking jokes, talking about serious topics, making mistakes, learning, growing, trying not to repeat the same mistakes. But overall, I'm learning as an adult that you can have different relationships. At least we've concluded that, right? At least we've reached that statement, that there's nothing really, like, it's, each of us are like, we're all like chefs or painters, or that's the thing when I meant before when I said we're all artists. Like, it's just up to you how you want to live your life. And as long as I think you're not hurting anybody else, like, you should be free to do whatever the fuck it is that your little heart desires, dude. You know what I mean? If we were just open and honest about our desires, so we don't repress things, so that we're not shameful about things, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. A lot of people are afraid of being completely honest because it's easier not to, and I'm not saying people lie, but it's easier to dismiss the truth, you know what I mean? It's easier to pussyfoot around it as much as you can sometimes. But moving forward, especially since I've been doing this, I've become like, it's crazy how much it's put me in a place where I'm like, it's so nice to be like super honest with yourself and like super honest with everybody. I feel like, it's a really cool thing, dude. I don't know what it is. I'm enjoying it, you guys. I'm enjoying it, and I hope you guys enjoy these shows. I'm hoping that somebody out there learns something from it, and if you don't, you don't. Because at the end of the day, a big portion of this is selfish, dude. I'm doing this mainly for me. After that, it's for you guys. After that, it's for everybody else. But if I didn't enjoy doing this, I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? Or I wouldn't continue to do it. That's the thing. But I do want you guys to realize, like, and I was talking about like keeping like some sort of balance for yourself. You got to figure out what it is that you like to do in life. What you really like to do in life. Because a lot of times we're all exchanging our time for money. You know what I mean? We're all exchanging that time for money. And for me, money's never been a priority numero uno. It's very important, obviously, as an adult, but it's never been priority numero uno, dude. I'll always prioritize living to the fullest in every second as much as I can, dude. And That's not to say that I don't reflect on the past. That's not to say that I don't plan for the future. But living is for the moment. It's all we got. Reality is only what we got. Everything else is just an illusion, dude. But, you know, little by little, man, we're learning. We're growing. And I just hope to add on to this. I just hope to make it better and better. And I think we are, dude. I'm happy with the way things are moving. My charger's here. I'm going to actually get to edit some videos and start using the GoPro, hopefully, as of this weekend. Boys and girls, the wheels are turning. Every day's a challenge. Every day's a blessing. And I want you guys to live your lives to the best of your ability. Keep smiling because the world's going to smile back, man. I love you guys, sending all my support and well wishes for all you guys wherever you are. Whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the US or South America or Europe or Asia or the Middle East or Antarctica chilling with the penguins. Dude, I hope you're all doing well. Stay safe out there. I'm going to be seeing you guys on Friday. Go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, on Instagram, and support your boy on Patreon, bruh. Go ahead and click on that link below my name. Check it out. Let it blow your mind and share it with the fam. Talk to y'all very soon. Peace out.